And last thing she told me is, we'll be here. And then I noticed I didn't hear anything in the bathroom. So I knocked on the door, I didn't get a response. I opened the door, and there she was, just lying there, fucking lifeless, with a needle on the floor next to her. And I tried to revive her. I had to charge my phone because my phone was dead, just so I could call the ambulance. And I tried to revive her, but she was already gone. They came and they did what they could do, but there wasn't much you could do at that point. You know, heroin's one of those things you can pretty much always revive them.
So we started to see heroin from here in the emergency department, and as well as through other avenues like law enforcement. When we're out at schools, we started getting more questions about it. So we started to see it kind of make a comeback, if you will, I would say 5 or 6 years ago, and we continue to see it increase every year in usage. It's affected our emergency room visits. It's impacted our rehabilitation programs as far as people wanting help off this drug. You know, we get more young people who are experimenting with it. So it's definitely something that we've seen, I would say, explode in the last 5 years.
I work in green energy. I've been doing that since about 2008. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to know about me. More about me. I like to get out a lot. I'm a very social person. I like to go to concerts, and I'm a musician. I like to consider myself an artist, but struggling, I guess. I don't know. Drums and keys mainly, and a bunch of random other instruments like harmonica. I'm not very good at those, though, the randoms. But anyway, that's kind of how I met Juniper. She was all over the place. She wrote for a local zine, The Thread. I mean, for her being 21, she accomplished more than most 30-year-olds. She was very, very active in the community and just all over the place. Anybody that knew her, there was just a fire about her. She didn't light up a room; she set it on fire. When she walked in. We had a lot of the same interests. We went to the same shows. We went to same kind of community events and whatnot. And we just became really good friends. And there was always a big connection between her and I. I started getting to know her a little bit more and hearing stories pretty much from other people about her heroin usage. And heroin, before I met her, I didn't even know that it was a thing. It was kind of something you just hear about in movies. I never seen it around or anything. I've heard about it being around occasionally, but nobody like actually using it, as a daily drug, just kind of a recreational thing. She was just hanging out. It was one of her boyfriends actually at the time that she got with, and didn't really know that he was an addict, but she really liked the guy, and she liked to party, well, eventually she found out about his addiction, tried to help him with his addiction unsuccessfully, and eventually they were just partying, and she decided, what the hell, tried it, and ever since then, it's downhill slope.
The biggest thing that drives really any drug use is availability. So is it accessible to people? Obviously cost plays a role. Perception. So there's obviously a direct correlation between drug use, experimentation, and how dangerous someone perceives a drug. And then unfortunately, one of the reasons why we've seen heroin increase is just simply because people are addicted to opiates. And as far as your body's concerned, there really is no difference between prescription pain medication and heroin. So a lot of people turn to it in desperation.
It's because, it's like when you do opiates via pills, it's a lot harder to overdose. But the thing is, with heroin, especially being an IV user, it's instantaneous. It hits your body so hard and so fast that's when you got those lines. Like, she wouldn't even take opiate pills, but she said that it's like a waste. Her tolerance was like it didn't even do anything for her. Because once you break that boundary between pills and being an IV user, it's just there's no going back.